She isn't wearing anything bold. No sequins, no stilettos, no heavy makeup. Just a soft turquoise blouse. Simple, understated. And yet, every head turns the moment she walks into the room. Why? Because she's wearing a shade that doesn't just suit her. It amplifies her natural glow. Have you ever slipped on an outfit that should look good, but somehow you end up looking pale, tired, or worse, invisible? Here's the secret. It's not you. It's your colors. The right shades don't just flatter your skin. They lift your whole presence. After 60, everything shifts. Skin tone, hair texture, even the contrast between your features. What no one tells you is that the colors you once loved may now be draining you. That's why today we're uncovering 8 shades that help elegant, mature women look brighter, younger, and far more captivating. These aren't passing fads. They're timeless tones, colors that work with your natural beauty, not against it. If you've ever felt overlooked, or if you're searching for a subtle but powerful way to turn heads again, this message is for you. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also reveal one shade that quietly ages thousands of women, and what to wear instead. Here's the truth. Color is more than fabric. It's psychology, perception, and energy. After 60, the way color interacts with your skin, your hair, and your overall presence completely transforms. As our skin loses some of its natural contrast, shades that once looked flattering can suddenly feel harsh. Take black, for example, a wardrobe classic. In your 30s, it might have made you look sleek, but later in life, black often deepens shadows and highlights lines we'd rather soften. That doesn't mean you can't look stunning. It means you need shades with the right undertones and depth. With the right color, your eyes look brighter, your skin looks lifted, and your presence feels energized, all without touching a makeup brush. And remember, color doesn't just change how you see yourself. It changes how others see you. Studies show certain shades instantly signal vitality, openness, and warmth. People may not know what's different. They just know you look fresh, vibrant, almost ageless. So before we explore the 8 powerful colors, keep this in mind. The right shade doesn't overpower you. It partners with you. It highlights who you are now, not who you used to be. If this resonates with you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who deserves to shine in her season. Your support helps us create more empowering content for women like you. Let's begin with a shade that has surprised nearly every woman I've ever styled with grey, silver, or salt and pepper hair. It isn't the loudest color in the room. It isn't a jewel tone, and it isn't pastel. It's soft turquoise, and it's nothing short of magic. There's something quietly luminous about this shade. It isn't bold enough to overpower you, but it isn't pale enough to fade away. It sits right in that perfect middle ground, giving your skin a fresh, youthful lift the moment you put it on. I've seen women with silver or snow-white hair try it for the first time, and suddenly their eyes sparkle, their features sharpen, and their whole presence feels brighter. Why does it work so well? As we age, the warmth in our skin often fades, especially when we stop coloring our hair and let nature take over. Soft turquoise reintroduces that lost vibrancy without overwhelming your features. Unlike jewel tones that can feel too heavy or pastels that can wash you out, turquoise strikes a rare balance. It's gentle, yet striking. It's also wonderfully versatile. Picture it as a breezy summer dress, a tailored silk blouse, or even just a simple scarf draped near your face. It transforms the entire outfit with ease. Pair it with ivory for softness, charcoal for sophistication, or navy for classic polish, and you have a palette that's both timeless and elegant. Beyond style, turquoise carries its own psychology. It's the color of clarity, calm confidence, and open communication. It quietly says, I'm at ease with myself. I'm still vibrant, and I'm not afraid to be seen. That message is powerful, especially in a world that too often overlooks older women. If you're hesitant about color, start small. Try a turquoise necklace, a scarf, or even a pair of earrings close to your face. Watch how it instantly lifts your expression. For those ready to embrace it fully, invest in a cashmere sweater, a linen blouse, or a kimono jacket in this shade. I promise, it will become one of your most loved pieces. And here's a bonus. When you wear turquoise, pair it with a rosy or berry lipstick and just a touch of blush. The cool tones of the clothing echo beautifully with that hint of warmth, tying the whole look together. Soft turquoise isn't just another color in your closet, it's a secret weapon. It brightens your skin, lifts your mood, and whispers with confidence, I've still got it. Now, let's move to a color that offers something equally powerful, but in a softer, more romantic way. Rosewood and dusty rose. Two shades that give your complexion the glow of a natural blush without even picking up a makeup brush. Think about beige for a moment. On many mature women, it can look dull, almost draining. Baby pink, on the other hand, can feel too youthful, too girlish. But rosewood and dusty rose? They sit right in the sweet spot. They restore just enough pink to your complexion to make you look fresh and healthy, but they carry a sophistication that never looks childish. These shades also bridge the gap between warm and cool, which makes them incredibly forgiving across skin tones. As we age, we often lose the natural flush that once gave our skin its vitality. Rosewood brings that back, not in a loud, artificial way, but with subtle elegance. And because the tones are muted, they never steal attention from you. Instead, they harmonize with you. They say, yes, I'm glowing, and I didn't even try. Color psychology tells us rose shades evoke tenderness, warmth, and quiet strength. Rosewood goes further, suggesting a woman who is graceful, self-assured, and romantic without being naive. It's perfect for daytime gatherings, intimate dinners, or simply adding elegance to your everyday life at home. Styling rosewood is simple. Pair it with ivory or grey for a soft, understated palette. Or, for a richer look, mix it with navy, deep olive, or charcoal. Whether you wear it as a wrap dress, a cashmere sweater, or just a scarf, rosewood always adds a layer of quiet refinement. Even a rose-toned handbag can warm up your entire outfit. And here's the beauty of these colours. When you wear rosewood or dusty rose near your face, you won't need bold makeup. The colour does the work for you. A hint of rosy blush and a swipe of mauve lipstick. And suddenly, you look refreshed, radiant, and complete, without ever looking overdone. What I love most about rosewood is that it captures both your inner softness and your hard-earned wisdom. It embraces your femininity, your elegance, and your maturity, all in one timeless shade. It doesn't shout. It doesn't chase trends. It simply enhances who you are right now. And that's what makes it so powerful. If these words touched your heart and sparked inspiration within you, leave a 3 in the comments to let it shine. If they did not, leave a 0 in quiet honesty. Every thought you share is a gift. Thank you for giving us a moment of your precious time. Next, let's step into a deeper shade, one that speaks of strength, elegance, and quiet self-assurance. A woman who wears this color doesn't need to raise her voice. She doesn't need layers of flashy jewelry. She simply slips into burgundy. And suddenly, the entire room feels warmer, deeper, more alive. There's something undeniably magnetic about deep red, especially in the form of burgundy, cranberry, or rich wine tones. These shades do more than flatter the skin. They reflect the strength and depth you've earned through the years. Unlike bright scarlet or harsh cherry reds, which can be overwhelming, burgundy has a gentle intensity. It adds warmth to pale skin, richness to olive tones, and dimension to deeper complexions. It's a color that doesn't compete with your features. It enhances them. Black may always be praised for being slimming, but it can cast harsh shadows on mature faces. Burgundy, by contrast, offers the same level of elegance with an added richness that brings vitality back into your look. Deep red has long been tied to passion, wisdom, and authority. But this is not the red of youth. It's the red of maturity, of power, of legacy. It's a woman in her prime red. It says, I've lived, I've learned, and I refuse to fade into the background. You don't need a ball gown to make burgundy shine. A cozy cardigan, a soft cashmere turtleneck, or a tailored blazer in this shade can completely transform how your complexion appears, especially during the cooler months. Pair it with charcoal grey, camel, ivory, or navy for a polished, timeless look. If you want to elevate it further, add gold jewelry, soft waves in your hair, and a matching wine-toned lipstick, and suddenly you're unforgettable. The beauty of burgundy is that it does most of the work for you. A berry lip, minimal blush, and defined brows are often all you need. The color carries the weight. You simply show up and let it speak. It's also a perfect choice for life's special occasions, holiday gatherings, milestone birthdays, or intimate evenings out. Burgundy commands attention, not with noise, but with quiet confidence. This is a color that speaks of legacy, of a woman who knows exactly who she is and carries peace with that knowledge. And nothing turns heads more than a woman fully at ease in her own skin. Now, let's move towards something brighter, warmer, more cheerful. A color that might seem risky at first glance, but when worn well, it brings the golden glow your complexion has been missing. Imagine the color of a late afternoon sun, of harvest fields, of laughter that lingers in the air. That color is mustard yellow, sometimes called golden honey. Rich, earthy, and quietly bold, this shade has the power to warm your skin, lift your spirit, and make you look vibrantly alive. While pale yellows can drain mature skin, mustard and honey tones do the opposite. They reflect a golden light back onto your face, softening fine lines, minimizing shadows, and adding a vitality that feels almost sun-kissed. Golden tones shine particularly well on women with medium to deep skin, golden undertones, or striking grey and salt and pepper hair. The contrast is breathtaking, adding harmony and brightness all at once. Mustard yellow radiates warmth, creativity, and resilience. It whispers, I'm here, I'm thriving, I'm glowing, not fading. Mustard has roots in the earth, yet it feels vibrant and full of life. It carries the strength of harvest and the glow of sunlight, while staying grounded in wisdom. If you're nervous about it, start small. A mustard handbag, a scarf, or a pair of statement earrings near your face can instantly warm your complexion. For those ready to go bolder, a golden tunic, kimono-style jacket, or wrap dress can be breathtaking when paired with neutrals like ivory, chocolate brown, olive, or denim. The secret is depth. Skip pale or neon yellows and look for saffron, ochre, or burnished mustard. These muted golden tones flatter mature skin and create balance. Pair golden honey with a warm lipstick, coral, amber rose, or terracotta. Add a touch of bronze blush or highlighter to echo the glow. The result? You'll look like you've just returned from a weekend in the sun, even if you haven't left home. There's something deeply human about mustard yellow. It feels honest, radiant, and rooted. It doesn't scream for attention, yet it makes you stand out in the most graceful, grounded way. At this stage in life, that's exactly what we're after. Not loud, just luminous. Next, let's talk about a quiet colour that does something extraordinary. It takes the place of stark white, softens it, and transforms it into something infinitely more flattering. There's a reason royalty, artists, and designers have always gravitated toward ivory and soft cream. These shades aren't loud, they aren't flashy, yet they hold a kind of quiet power that never goes unnoticed. Ivory is the colour of purity, poise, and unshakable self-respect. And for mature women, it carries a unique gift. It brings light to the face without the harsh edge of pure white. Bright white, while crisp and modern, can be unforgiving as we age. It sharpens shadows, deepens lines, and often leaves us looking washed out. But ivory and cream, they soften, they warm, they lift. No matter your complexion, fair, golden, olive, or deep, ivory introduces a gentle, light-reflecting quality that makes you look radiant and refreshed. It's the colour of refined confidence. It whispers sophistication and communicates calm, like a woman who knows she doesn't need to raise her voice to be heard. It says, "I've worn the bold shades, I've chased the trends. Now I choose softness, elegance, and authenticity." Ivory and cream are incredibly versatile. They can serve as a foundation, a pair of linen trousers, a silk blouse, a tailored coat, or they can be the centerpiece in a monochromatic look that radiates understated luxury. They anchor stronger colors without overpowering them, and they bring balance to a wardrobe filled with jewel tones or darker neutrals. When working with these shades, texture is key. Cashmere, lace, soft knits, or crisp cotton add depth, keeping the look from falling flat. Ivory doesn't scream for attention. It allows you to shine. Pair it effortlessly with blush pink, moss green, navy, charcoal, or even mustard for a grounded yet graceful palette. Makeup matters too. Ivory looks best with warmth. A rosy or peach-toned blush, subtle eyeliner, and a nude or berry lip. For hair, it pairs beautifully with silver, salt and pepper, warm blonde, or deep brunette. Against grey, it's striking. Against gold, it glows. Ivory isn't just a wardrobe choice, it's a lifestyle choice. It brings calm into your space, softness to your touch, and grace to your presence. And after 60, that kind of serenity isn't just welcome, it's well earned. Now, let's move into another shade, one that feels like a breath of fresh air, like standing on the shore in the early morning when the world is still quiet. It's called periwinkle, a delicate blend of blue and lavender that soothes the spirit and flatters nearly every complexion. As we age, colours can betray us. Some feel too heavy, dragging us down. Others are too pale, leaving us faded. But soft blue tones, especially periwinkle, sky, and misty cornflower, have a rare balance. They are light enough to lift your features, but saturated enough to bring life back to your face. Periwinkle sits right on the line between cool blue and soft lavender, which makes it one of the most universally flattering shades. It reduces redness, counters sallowness, and brightens the whites of the eyes and teeth. And if your hair is silver, white, or ash grey, periwinkle is transformative. It mirrors the coolness of your hair while adding just enough contrast to keep your complexion lively. Psychologically, periwinkle communicates peace, balance, trust, and intuition. It's a colour worn by women who have lived through storms and found stillness on the other side. It doesn't fight for attention. It doesn't compete. It simply says, I am at ease with the woman I've become. For everyday elegance, try a periwinkle cardigan over ivory slacks, or a sky blue blouse with soft denim. To dress it up, slip into a silky periwinkle wrap dress with silver jewellery, a look that radiates calm sophistication. This shade pairs beautifully with navy, blush, grey, taupe, and even dusty rose. Because soft blue has a cool base, keep your makeup in harmony. Mauve or berry lipsticks, rose-toned blush, and lavender or silver grey eyeshadow work beautifully. Keep it simple. Your outfit carries the mood of grace and serenity. Periwinkle offers something rare, quiet clarity. It lifts your spirit, adds grace to your presence, and allows you to look polished without effort. And on days when you're not sure what to wear, this shade never fails you. It's understated, it's timeless, and it makes you feel put together without ever feeling overdone. Next, let's step into a colour that carries quiet power. It doesn't shout, it doesn't overwhelm, yet it holds a presence that instantly adds polish and strength to every outfit. It's a shade that feels deeply connected to the earth, grounded in calm confidence and perfectly in tune with a woman who knows herself. That colour is sage green, and its richer cousin, moss green. Muted, earthy, quietly elegant. These are the shades of balance, of nature, of self-acceptance. As we age, the clarity and contrast in our skin can soften. That's why we often need colours that don't compete, but instead support and reflect our features. Sage and moss do exactly that. They're low-contrast shades, meaning they don't overpower mature skin or hair. Instead, they act like a soft frame, letting your natural beauty shine through. They flatter a wide spectrum of undertones, from fair to olive to deep, making them true universal favourites in refined wardrobes. Sage and moss green tell the story of calm wisdom, resilience, and grace. They speak of a woman who has found her rhythm, who no longer chases trends, but cultivates peace, presence, and authenticity. These shades don't cry, "Look at me." They gently say, "I'm centered, I'm evolving, and I'm deeply in tune with myself." Sage green works beautifully as a base or accent piece. Think sleeveless blouse, cashmere cardigan, or a lightweight jacket. Moss green, with its deeper richness, is stunning in a linen midi dress, tailored trousers, or a long structured coat. Both shades bring quiet elegance into any season. Pair these greens with earth-inspired tones: cream, rosewood, chocolate, camel, mustard, or dusty lilac. The harmony is seamless. Wear sage or moss on days when you want to feel composed, open-hearted, and quietly radiant. They're perfect for garden lunches, mindful mornings, or family gatherings where your presence speaks more loudly than your clothes ever could. Match your makeup to their warmth. A sweep of peach blush, soft terracotta lips, or a mauve nude lipstick creates perfect harmony. The result? Your eyes, your smile, your very presence becomes the focus. Sage and moss are more than fashion choices. They are a state of being, a return to self. They feel like a deep breath after years of rushing, a reminder that beauty in this stage of life isn't about noise, but about depth. Now let's move to another shade, a graceful neutral that deserves far more attention. A color that doesn't replace black so much as it redefines it. Charcoal grey. Some colors shout, others whisper. But charcoal grey, it commands. Too often overlooked in favor of black, charcoal is the ultimate modern neutral for mature women. Where black can harden, charcoal softens. Where black can drain, charcoal flatters. It carries the quiet confidence of someone who doesn't need to prove anything. For decades, black has been called slimming, timeless, and classic. But as we age, its harshness can betray us. It deepens shadows, emphasizes fine lines, and sometimes robs our skin of its natural warmth. Charcoal grey, on the other hand, offers the same sophistication, but with a gentler contrast. It gives room for your silver hair to shine, for your eyes to brighten, and for your natural complexion to glow. Charcoal isn't trendy, it's timeless. It communicates intelligence, refinement, and an earned authority that needs no introduction. It's the choice of women who aren't chasing attention. They already command it simply by walking into the room. You can wear charcoal grey head to toe for a sleek monochromatic look, or let it anchor brighter colours like rose, sage, ivory, or periwinkle. It shines in coats, structured blazers, wool trousers, knitwear, and even silk blouses. And because it's seasonless, it works in summer linens and winter cashmere with equal grace. Because charcoal is cool-toned, it pairs beautifully with plum, mauve, or deep rose lipsticks. Add soft, smoky eyes or grey eyeliner to echo the outfit, and finish with a subtle highlighter. Against the depth of grey, even a small glow feels luminous. Charcoal is your ally for moments of presence, whether you're speaking, leading, negotiating, or simply reflecting. It's power without noise. It's elegance without effort. It's the shade for professional settings, meaningful dinners, winter travels, or even quiet weekends when you want to feel polished without being overdone. Charcoal grey has a stillness, a maturity, a refinement. It doesn't ask for the spotlight, but somehow it always claims it. And isn't that the essence of aging with grace? Less noise, more presence, less drama, more depth. By now you've seen how colour can transform not only how others see you, but how you feel when you see yourself. It's not just about clothes, it's about energy, presence, and self-respect. So how do you take these 8 timeless colours and shape them into a wardrobe that feels as elegant, intentional, and uncomplicated as the life you've built? The answer is simple, but powerful. Step 1. Start with your anchor neutrals. Choose 2 or 3 neutral tones that flatter your skin and set the foundation for everything else. Think ivory, soft cream, charcoal grey, or sage green. These aren't just background shades, they're the steady rhythm of your wardrobe. Invest in quality, not quantity. A perfectly cut pair of trousers, a blouse that skims just right, a cardigan that feels like comfort every time you slip it on. These become the reliable pieces you return to again and again. Step 2. Add your signature accent colours. Now bring in 2 or 3 shades that light you up from the inside out. Maybe it's a dusty rose blouse that revives your natural flush, or a periwinkle dress that makes your silver hair shimmer. Perhaps it's burgundy for depth, or mustard honey for warmth. Whatever you choose, make sure these colours don't just flatter you. They feel like you on your best day. These are the clothes you'll reach for when you want to be remembered. Step 3. Choose versatile pieces that layer beautifully. A capsule wardrobe works when every item can connect with at least 3 others. That charcoal pencil skirt? It should match your mustard blouse, your ivory tee, and your sage cardigan without a second thought. A single burgundy wrap can transform your look from simple to striking. Each piece should earn its place by working hard for you. Step 4. Accessorize with intention. Accessories are not extras, they're bridges. They link your palette together while letting your personality shine. A mustard handbag, a soft blue scarf, a rosewood necklace. All small details that can make a neutral outfit feel brand new. And because they belong within your chosen colors, they never feel out of place. Step 5. Simplify, refine, enjoy. After 60, style should feel like a celebration, not a performance. A wardrobe built on the right colors frees you from clutter, frees you from chasing trends, and gives you the joy of focusing on what truly matters, living your days with ease, grace, and radiant confidence. So, as we bring this conversation to a close, remember this: a wardrobe isn't just fabric and thread. It's a mirror of how you see yourself today. Every color you choose, every piece you put on, sends a quiet message, not only to the world, but to your own reflection. Ivory whispers of calm. Periwinkle breathes serenity. Burgundy carries wisdom. Sage grounds you in balance. These aren't just shades, they are statements of identity. And when you weave them into a capsule wardrobe, something shifts. Mornings feel lighter, choices feel easier. You stand in front of your closet, and instead of confusion, you feel clarity. You realize you don't need dozens of outfits to look radiant. You need a handful of the right ones, chosen with care and worn with confidence. That freedom, that simplicity, is its own kind of beauty. Clothes may not change the number of candles on your birthday cake, but they can change how you feel when you walk into a room. They can remind you that age does not dim radiance, it refines it. And when your reflection makes you smile, that confidence ripples out into every part of your life. If this message spoke to you, I invite you to carry it further. Share it with a friend who might need a gentle reminder of her own beauty. Leave a comment about the color that makes you feel alive. And if you'd like to keep exploring how style, simplicity, and self-respect come together in this stage of life, don't just pass by. Stay with us. Like this video, subscribe for more, and help us build a community where elegance has no expiration date.